started doing art seriously when I was doing A-levels, and I realized how much I liked it. But that time, I think because of you felt that I needed to be in a proper job, and I went into architecture thinking that architecture included all the elements that I liked. But when I was in architecture, I realized how much I really wanted to do art full-time. Art was something that I enjoyed doing and wanted to do for the rest of my life. A lot of my works deal with the theme of childhood. They're about childhood dreams, the person used to be, the things that you used to read as a child. And another aspect of my work is I enjoy playing with objects, and I believe that you can tell a lot through the objects, and by doing that you allow the audience as well to kind of participate, to use their minds to think what might this object be trying to say. The idea is a really simple idea. I mean, there are two things I'm trying to achieve. One is to create a world that somebody can enter into, make-believe world. Something else that I'm interested in is the idea of perspective, and that Chinese painting normally does not have much perspective in what we know as perspective, which is a Western one-point perspective. And so I decided to take the Chinese paintings through cutting them up and putting them in between the sheets of acrylic, a three-dimensional world, a three-dimensional perspective for the Chinese painting.
I enjoy affecting people when I do make art and it works and people get affected by it, which means that really art has the ability to transform people. When I was in Canada, really the land affected me a lot. It was just beautiful looking at the color of the soil and looking at it crack. And of course, when I came back to Singapore, I started looking at the materials of the land. And it was amazing. The color was bright orange and red. Those are the colors that painters use, but this is the land that we're living in. So of course I started using these materials to make my art. The Singapore River is significant because it's part of Singapore history, but we don't connect with it anymore. And I really wanted this work to be about that sense of connection that as Singaporeans we've lost. We pumped water from the Singapore River into a water truck and transported that to the art museum and put the water in tanks, allowing these tanks to circulate between the main courtyard and the fourth floor gallery. So there's this movement going on which signifies that river is alive. And there's significance as well with the pipes going up and down. The movement is like that of the system in the body, of the connection, if you will, between the womb and the mother.